Beautiful look at weather now. Weather Authority Chief Meteorologist Dan Cianca. You see that pipe with the running water, and you wish we had more of it around here.
Makes me thirsty. When you were a kid, did you ever like drink out of the garden hose?
I sometimes enjoyed the flavor. I'm not gonna lie.
Isn't it? It's like weird. I don't know.
It is.
That probably explains a lot about us. In case you were wondering at home, let's take a look at drought updates here, and we're going to start with the numbers. And by the numbers, the state is completely in abnormally dry conditions, and 99.8% of the state is considered to be in Category 1 or moderate drought. 98% of the state is in severe drought. 43% of the state is in extreme drought. Now that is up from, or I should say down from 46% last week, and then the week before was at 60%. So we have seen some improvement there. Unfortunately, the exceptional drought 2 weeks ago was 12%. Last week it was 16.5%, and this week 17%. So we've seen an increase in exceptional drought, whereas we've seen a decrease in extreme drought. Now there's various reasons for that, and that's because some areas have been seeing an increase in drought level and some areas have seen a decrease. So let's break that down for you. We'll start with the biggest area that saw a decrease in drought level, and that is basically along the Colorado River deserts and down into southeastern California. Saw improvement in the drought status there. The monsoon rains have been plentiful across the desert southwest. That does include portions of our deserts in the state of California. We also saw a small slice of improvement just east of the Bay Area, but a couple of areas saw an increase in drought level, including portions of the Central Sierra and then here locally as well. Now, I don't want to read too much into this because the drought update maps sometimes have these very strange, very thin changes week to week that almost don't look deliberate. It's just like somebody adjusted it a little bit wrong. So this may be the case in this case. We didn't see much of a change, but it's just a very small sliver of southeastern Monterey County and just a touch into southern San Benito County, basically around like the Peachtree Valley, Priest Valley area, saw an increase in drought level. The rest of our viewing area continues to sit in severe to extreme drought. So we'll keep an eye on things for you. We're in the dry season. We typically don't get much rain. We did get a little bit yesterday, though. Nothing today. The state very dry. All of the lightning has moved well off to the north and east. We did have some lightning yesterday, though. The National Weather Service posted this graphic showing some of those lightning strikes yesterday. So to read this, the red dots on the map are in clouds. So these are strikes that just happen within the cloud or discharges within the cloud. And then the blue dots indicate cloud to ground strikes, or in some cases cloud to ocean strikes. These are the ones we're worried about because they are the ones that can cause fires. Notice the blue dots seem to be confined to southwestern Santa Cruz County and then out over the bay. So these are the areas that CAL FIRE were watching yesterday, and probably still keeping an eye on things, and of course we're watching for any signs of smoke, but right now looking okay. We hope we stay that way. No more rain or lightning in the forecast. In fact, we're going to be watching for a normal summer weather, which is fog. This was the view in Salinas tonight as the sun was setting. And you notice it was hot inland and sunny. Parkfield 105 today, Hollister in the 90s. Most areas around the bay in the 70s, Santa Cruz 77, but Moss Landing stayed cool at 62. And this is going to be the battle we go through in the coming days, where it's kind of cool and cloudy along the coast, but hot inland. In fact, way inland, it's going to be very hot. The Central Valley in a heat advisory all the way for the next couple of days. So all the way from Redding to Bakersfield and even points southward, it's going to be hot if you're traveling out there. Our far inland area is hot as well, but normal hotness, I suppose, for this time of year. Let's take a look at Futurecast, see where we're going. Futurecast is showing low clouds filling the bay, patchy fog, drizzle possible overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. The clouds probably pushing up to King City, maybe a little bit into Gilroy and Hollister, even though the model not showing it. Watch out for a little patchy fog tomorrow morning. Like today, we'll clear out on the north side of the bay. Low clouds will be spotty on the south and east sides of the bay during the day tomorrow, just like today as well. And coastal temperatures will be pretty close to what we had today. Inland areas probably warming a degree or two. So Santa Cruz back to the mid 70s tomorrow, 72 in Capitola, but in the mountains 80s to 90s. Boulder Creek seems to be the hot spot in Santa Cruz County pretty often. 95 for you tomorrow. Will definitely feel warm for you. East shore of the bay ranging for the low to mid 70s on the northeast side to mid 60s down south. Salinas at 72. 90s in Hollister again, upper 90s in Morgan Hill. Monterey Peninsula, a lot of folks in town on the peninsula this weekend. You'll be in the 60s, which is seasonable to maybe even slightly cool. Maybe I'm going to dress in layers. If it's kind of muggy, so once the sun pokes out, if it does, you can get warm pretty quickly, but there'll be more cloud than sun on the peninsula tomorrow. Down south, a big range in those temperatures from the 70s in Gonzales to our hotspot tomorrow, which will be Parkfield, coming in at 107. That's the right one. So toasty weather inland, but near the coast, not so much. And the coastal temperatures for the next couple of days staying pretty consistent. I warmed us up a bit on on Monday, it looks like the marine layer might mix out a little bit, which could lead to warmer temperatures, but otherwise not a lot of variation on the coast. We'll have low clouds and fog in the morning. Afternoon sun sneaking through, most likely on the north side of the bay. That's you, Santa Cruz. The inland forecast also showing some fluctuations. Temperatures dipping a bit Saturday and Sunday. Just more comfortable for the weekend, which is nice. Maybe if you're heading down the lakes in southern Monterey, northern San Luis Obispo County, it won't be quite as hot. But I think you kind of like it hot if you're going to the lakes. Anyway, we'll warm back up a little bit early next week. Otherwise, lots of sunshine, valley fog in the mornings nearer the coast, winds in the afternoon. You know the summer drill, Veronica.
Thank you, Dan. I think a lot of us also like it hot if we're going to the ocean.